Holy moly, donut shop. Looks like Spy had some bullish play. The market makers, guys. What can I say? That you see a lot of fear in the news lately, and Spy just keeps on trucking up to just going on higher, and it just set a new record. Today it closed at it closed at 612.13, just under the 613 level. It went as high as 613.23. I'm super grateful for today's price action. But before I even get there, I didn't even greet you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Hello to all my fellow master traders, all my master traders. You are a master trader. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. But Uncle Charlie does have a Discord, but I do try my best to give really good value to all my fellow sheeps and master traders. And I wrote here today, guys, 609 is still the equilibrium level. Below is bearish and put 607.5 or lower in play. And I put above is overall bullish. And for follow through, 610.5 and 612 must clear to put new all-time highs in play. Be ready to react. Good stuff. Thank you to the people who gave me some fire emojis. And you guys can see here, if you've been watching me long enough, you guys know I use the 15-minute chart to trade, whether I, go short or go long, playing false breakouts, false breakdowns, all that happy stuff. But I use the 15 to 30-minute chart lowest. You can always use higher or whatever you're comfortable with, but this is where I'm comfortable with. And this pink line here is my 609 level. So what did I write in my update? I wrote overall is bullish above 609. Breaking out 610.5, which is what we got. You guys can see on the 1 o'clock candle, it back tested around that area. We got a bounce. And then the next setup, it cleared 612, going as high as 613.23. Didn't quite hit my 613.5 level, but intraday before we close, it did manage to backtest 612. We'll see if that level holds. It was a breakout of this purple trend line that I have here. So if we are to get a false breakout or a pullback, 612 must fail. 609 must fail. Bears have some work that they need to do to avoid higher highs or another new all-time highs, guys. But that's what we got today. And being bullish above 609 and long in the breakout 610.5 worked pretty well. And I'm very grateful for that. But what's the next plan? What is the next setup? Okay, that's what we got to talk about in today's video. Okay, so, your Uncle Charles, he never calls tops or bottoms unless the right setup comes in. For me to call a top as usual, guys, and I know I might sound like a broken record, but for me it's about consistency. We need a false breakout setup. We need price action to change its behavior. Okay? For all the specialists, I know there's jobs out there that where you need to know how to read people's behaviors and stuff like that. I think police officers do that. Maybe counselors do that. But, when we're as traders, in many ways, we got to be multi-talented, because trading, it does take a lot of work. But I believe the people watching this video right now have the capacity to have all those skills and do it beautifully, masterfully, and gracefully. I really do. I believe in you guys. But like I said, don't short or get bearish on Uncle now unless we get the false breakout setup. Unless we gotta have evidence. We gotta have evidence. It's about the evidence. Okay, I know I be talking some spiritual stuff sometimes, but being practical is very important. Having the right mindset is important, but that's on the inside. On the outside, we gotta have the right approach, the right strategies. And like I always say, let's not get bearish unless the price action tells it. That's why I call us sheeps, not in a bad way, but in a good way, as in we follow the price action. Okay, we don't want to be a lost sheep now. Let's stick with the flock. Let's follow the price action. And if the price action starts breaking down support levels, 612, 610.5, especially at 609 level, 607, that's when we talk about, hey, it's pullback time, breaking down support levels. Is it a good time to get bearish? I'd say yes. I'd say yes. All right. I know some people might be looking at the RSI. Is that a divergence? As of right now, it does look like a divergence. Okay. But don't go bearish on me just yet because we got a divergence. That can be one evidence, but the price action is the true shepherd. Is the true shepherd. So do not get bearish on me until we break down 612, 610.5, and that critical 609 level. All right. Otherwise, as long as above 612, the breakout of this purple trend line holds. If we can break out the next resistance level I have at 613.5, Uncle has a fib extension level at 617. The 1.236 fib level at 617. That could be a possibility if we can hold 612 tomorrow and clear 613.5 to put 615 and 617 in play. Guys, let's follow the price action. Let's approach this with a mindset of abundance. Let the trade come to us, okay? You are already a master trader. You don't got to go look for the right setup. The right setup will come to you, okay? And because you're a master trader, because you know how to chart, you'll see it. And when you see it, you're going to strike like a snake, okay? You're going to pounce like a lion, all right? Let's move on to Triple Q. Triple Q, it's managed to stay above that 539 level, okay? That 539 level, it was a previous all-time high, pivot high, actually, from December 16th. We closed above it yesterday. We managed to stay above it today. It opened up below it. Looked like it was gapping down. I have the next resistance level above 539 at 541. If it clears, new all-time highs in play, guys. Okay, 543, 545, 547. And I have a fib level here at 548.46. All right, but it needs to stay above 539 and clear 541. If we already get a pullback, just like I said with SPY, we need a false breakout setup. Break down 539, break down 537.5, and especially that buy zone, which was Tuesday's low at 536. We break down those levels or even an exhaustion gap. We gap below those levels, Uncle will get bearish with y'all. For all the bears that's watching Uncle's video, I'll get bearish with y'all if we can break down those support levels. Otherwise, above 539, and we clear 541, let's go to space, baby. Tesla. Speaking of space, Tesla. Well, Tesla was beautiful, okay? I do cover Tesla in my Discord as well. This is for tier 1 members, you know, or higher. Definitely get bang for your buck with Tesla. 352 is the first support with next resistance at 354 and 356. Both levels must clear to get a bounce going and put 357.3 or higher in play. Holy moly donut shop. It broke out. If I go to let me go to a 15-minute chart. Look at that. Beautiful. You can see it on the 15-minute chart. Just breaking all my levels here. 356, 357.3. And then, you know, beautiful. It went as high as 367-ish before I started chopping a bit and consolidating. Beautiful. But I tell you this, guys. We got to pay attention to the context. We recaptured a fib level, which was at 357.3. That level is my equilibrium level, okay? As long as above, the recapture stays intact. If the recapture stays intact, I'm going to lean bullish. If I lean bullish, I'm going to be looking out for breakouts of resistance or false breakdown setups. That's what I'll be lean. Those are the setups that I'd be leaning more to. If Uncle is to switch bearish, it needs to get back below 357.3 to put 356, 354, 352 or lower in play, all right? But as long as above 357.3 lowest, I'm bullish. Bullish follow through would be to get above 360, 362, 363.5. You guys know the deal. High is 367, which is around today's high. It smacked Tesla right down Not that it wasn't a strong knockdown, but it definitely knocked Tesla down when we got around that zone. So I need to see 367 clear as well to be really bullish. I do have a fib level around 373. And there is a big gap all the way up at above 400, but we'll talk about that later, okay? Let's talk about the closer levels first before we talk about that gap, okay? Gotta clear 360, get above 362 for me to favor more upside. I'd definitely be more bullish above 367, okay? Do not get bearish unless Tesla gets below 357.3 to invalidate today's false breakdown setup or recapture. NVDA chopping a bit here, guys, but I tell you this stock was in the trend phase. It was on a mission to fill that gap we had back in January 24th. It succeeded. It also developed a downtrend line here. Is some type of top in? Is a lower high in? In my opinion, the answer can be yes if support levels fail. 138, 136.5, and 135. If those levels fail, guys, definitely more downside incoming. All right? We could be chopping, entering the chop phase. To be overall or stay overall bullish, NVDA needs to stay above 138 and 136.5 lowest. If it can do that, Uncle would still lean bullish and see if we can get that breakout. Otherwise, we lose those levels, I'm bearish. If we are bullish, gotta clear 140. To break out this trend line, they gotta get above 143. All right, to break out this trend line, NVDA has to break out and get above 143 to put 145, 148, and 150 plus in play. Those are my new levels for NVDA. IWM trying to break out of that fib level, trying to recapture it. 226.4, gap down below it. It closed above it yesterday, gap below. Now we got a pullback, a lower close. If 226.4 remains resistant and we lose support at 225, at 225, if that level breaks down, I'd be bearish on IWM and favor more downside. We do have a gap around 223.6 and then the fib level 222, okay? Now, if we can get above 226.4 and clear, I got a resistant level here at 228. We can clear those two levels, then I would favor more upside up to 230.4 or higher. Okay, 230.4, 232, 233.5 would be my targets to the upside. Got to clear 226.4 and 228. I definitely favor more upside. Otherwise, we break down 225, then more downside incoming. Wow, look at Apple. Let me move some of these moving averages real quick. It looks like getting tired, don't you guys think? Look like Apple getting a little bit tired. Got a little divergence here with the RSI. Well, it's above the 5 daily moving average. You guys know how I feel about the 5 daily moving average. All right. If it's a pullback time, I need to see. It got to get below the 5 day for me, which is around 242.5-ish right now. So I have support at 244 and then that 5 day moving average at 242.5-ish. If we are to get a pullback on Apple, I need to see those levels fail, preferably with volume. Correct this divergence. That would put 240, 237 or lower in play, guys. If the market wants to do what it wants to do, because you guys know this is a manipulated market. We all know that. And the market just does what it wants to do. Like, screw the divergences. They just do what they want. You know? If the market wants to do what it wants and go up higher, resistance level at 245 and 247 must clear. If they clear, I would favor more upside up to 250 and 253. All right, guys. Amazon. There is some strong buying pressure, not once but twice, around that 223.7 level. Not once but twice, yesterday and today. It's got some strong buying pressure. The market makers are holding it up, using that level for some reason. Well, I tell you this, if they can clear 226.5 tomorrow, more upside is definitely possible. 228, 229.4, and 231 plus would be in play. Now, if we are to get bearish, well, we know where the strong buying pressure is at. I have support at 225, but 223.7 has been respected by those market makers. There's buy orders down there. If I see it break down, if that level fails, to me, the buy orders are gone. And there should be nothing stopping Amazon for dropping a lot lower. Okay? We on the same page here, guys. Moving on to Microsoft. A big bounce here. Recaptured the 5 DMA. It also cleared my fib level at 410.7. Very nice. Nice, decent body green candle there. Okay. I have next resistance at 415, 417, and 418.7. You guys see back in February 7th, yeah, that level just smacked Microsoft down. So if Microsoft can recapture that level, I would be bullish. 420, probably all the way back up to 425 would be in play. We do have a big gap all the way up in the 443 area, but let's take it one level at a time. If it's a pullback, I need to see support level at 413.5 fail to put 412, and to cancel today's recapture of a fib level, I need to see 410.7 fail to put 409, 407.5 or lower in play. Meta, oh my goodness, Meta, I'm so grateful for this stock. Okay, so grateful for this stock. Guys, for tier 2 members, I have a trade idea room. Oh, look at this. This is Palantir. I'm gonna talk about Palantir later, but we did cover Meta. Okay, 716 is the equilibrium level. Overall bearish below, bullish above. Wow. So to be bullish from here, Meta must clear 714, and I meant to put 716 there to put those higher targets in play. But to keep it bearish, staying below 716 is a must on any bounce. And for follow through, support at 712 must fail. Wowzers, wowzers. Look at that drop. Look at that drop. Where's that 712 level at? Wow. Well, that's 711 there. 712. Amazing, amazing drop. Beautiful. Look at that. It was below 712. It just kept breaking down. My next support 710, 708. You know, all the levels opposed. It was beautiful. But what's the next plan, Uncle Charters? Well, I tell you this. I had a fib level, guys, at 705.7. You guys can see. You guys see how the market is respecting it as a resistant level. We broke it down right there, and then the market respected it as a resistant level, and it shot it down. That's bearish price action to me. So I'm overall bearish on Meta as long as below 705.7. That's the key level for me. Now, if there is to be more downside, I have support at 706.97.6. I need to see those levels fail for more downside, okay? If we are to get a bounce, 702, 704, and of course that fib level at 705.7 must recapture to put 710, 712 or higher back in play. DXY trying to go for a bounce. Interesting here. Okay, we've been talking about divergences and stuff. DXY going for a bounce while SPY was going to new all-time highs. We got to be very careful. The rest of the week should be interesting in my opinion. Now, usually I say this, usually DXY in versus the SPY. So it's a bit interesting to see them both go green on the same day, all right? Now, if DXY is to continue to go higher, it needs to stay above 107.1 to go hit 107.5 and 108, all right? Below 107.1, DXY, in my opinion, would be bearish, and it would put 106.8, 106.5, and 106.1 all back in play. Coin, what a beautiful trade setup with Coin. I mentioned in the previous video that I did cover Coin. You want to look to short below 274. You want to look to short below 265. It was incredible. I think it covered in today's trade ideas room as well. Guys, as far as being bears goes, can there be more downside? Of course. But support level at 258, that's a fib level, must fail. Kind of held today. A little washed below. Kind of held today. But we need it. We need a breakdown of 258. Daily chart breakdown to put lower levels in play. 254, 252, 250.7, and 249 would all be in play if 258 is lost. If we are to get a bounce, I have resistance at 260, 263, and 265. I need to see those levels recapture for me to favor a bounce on coin. Doge, look at that. Looking bears. Lost at 26 cents and we're just dangling around. Okay? We'll see if some type of W pattern can possibly play out. Two levels I need to see clear. So once again, 26 and 28. And clearing 30 would help out too. But you guys see that middle level, that middle high? Yeah. If we want a W pattern to play out, that zone, that area gotta clear. Otherwise, I'm gonna stay and remain bearish on Doge as long as below 26 cents. Next support levels around 24 and 22-ish. All right. Now, I'm not very excited to cover Doge. There's not much happening. But what I am excited to cover is Palantir. Okay, this was a ticker symbol that I covered yesterday in the trade idea room. I wrote here, if it's pullback time, 120 must fail as support, and 120 definitely fail as support. We did lose a fib level I had as well at 116.3. Okay, it dropped and it hit a fib level that I had, or almost hit a fib level that I had at 108.2. But you guys can see in the aftermarket, it's gapping down. Probably some bad news. A lot of unusual put options showed up in the option flow as well. Tier 3 members, you guys can check it out. Definitely recommend checking it out. I'll tell you this, 108.2. I mean, this is a big body red candle, but 108.2 is the level that I'm watching. If we gap below it like it's trying to do right now, more downside incoming. All right. Next levels I have 107, 105, 103, 101.8, and 100 are my support levels. Next fib level being 101.8. Okay, guys. Definitely I would be bearish some more and favor more downside if Palantir is below 108.2. Okay. Trust no bounce unless it can get above 108.2. I have resistance level at 110, 112. If we can clear those levels, 113.5 would be in play, and 115 and 116.3 would be in play. 116 being the critical fib level. If Palantir wants to put in the bottom, that's the level that I need to see recapture to send this stock back to all-time highs. Otherwise, it's looking kind of nasty, guys. It's looking really nasty. But just remember, 108.2 below it, bearish. And remember the levels I gave you, the next fib level being 101.8. If that is lost, holy moly, we got a gap all the way at 83-ish, guys. It could fill. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys found value in today's video. I love you guys so much. Remember, you guys are master traders, and don't let anybody tell you different. Bye.